So what we have here is a 2005 Chevrolet SS that I've owned for, I guess, coming up on 8 years. I was involved in a crash back in January due to a combination of things, really. I'd let the tires get too bald, even though I had a new set of mud tires here for it. And bad roads coming home from Bible study, and ended up getting into a tree and causing pretty substantial damage. I've missed the truck. It's quite fun to drive, and I've been up in the air between just taking the engine and trans out of it and doing something else with it, because the truck's pretty borderline, really. Two major things with it that concern me is, one, the cab is starting to get rust in both rockers. And it has blowed a brake line. Now, this is not the first time. This truck apparently come from somewhere up north and has been exposed to salt other than Kentucky, because Kentucky is getting worse. You know, the chemical treatments they do of the road are worse now than they were when I was a kid, for sure. But generally, Kentucky salt doesn't cause like brake line, fuel line, rust, corrosion issues like a lot of other northern states: Ohio, Michigan, New York, New Jersey, Pennsylvania. Pennsylvania's horrible. Northern Ohio's bad. You have to get far enough north they don't use salt as a chemical treatment for the ice and snow. You get to places where, like Montana, where they have sand, you hardly see any rust, where some friends of mine live. But things at work have slowed down a little bit. I've got to finally had a little time to get back on this project. I'm hoping to get the front end the rest of the way off of it tonight. And I want to thank the genius GM designer that changed the way these front ends are made compared to the older stuff, to where you have to take the AC system apart to change anything on the front of the vehicle. You can, in older stuff, you could take it all apart and leave the coolant and the refrigerant in the system. That's not going to be the case here. I don't have an exact match front end to go back on it either. One of my parts vehicles is a GMC, so it's going to actually get a Denali front end instead of this SS Silverado, which may surprise a few people. I am going to change the paint. I never really liked red, so I'm hoping, you know, the downtime is actually going to be a blessing more of a curse, because I just kept driving it and the condition was deteriorating, and now I've got something else to drive. I just couldn't see letting the insurance company have this for what they wanted to buy it back, so here we are. Hopefully I'll give you some updates in the near future, and we'll go from there.